Hey guys, my name is Sifuentes-Perez, and my presentation today is evaluating my own tendencies, bias ethics, and student access. In this presentation, I'm going to reflect on the importance of collection development policies, explore the issue of self-censorship, and evaluate how awareness of my own biases will impact my work as a future school librarian. So, when I think about why a collection development policy is essential, three reasons stand out to me. First, a policy ensures consistency and objectivity in decision making. According to the American Library Association, libraries should provide materials representing diverse viewpoints and resist the removal of materials based on disapproval. So, having a written policy helps ensure that selections are based on professional standards rather than personal preference. Second, a policy protects intellectual freedom and helps prevent both censorship and self-censorship. The ALA emphasizes that minors are entitled to access information and should not have that access restricted based on others' beliefs. So a strong policy reminds me to check my own biases and select materials that reflect the full diversity of my own community. And finally, a policy provides support during challenges or complaints. So when concerns arise, the policy offers a clear framework for review grounded in professional ethics rather than emotion or pressure. So that structure protects both the collection and the librarian. Intellectual freedom is foundational to librarianship. A collection development policy ensures that decisions are based on educational value, relevance, and professional reviews rather than fear or discomfort. So, in today's world, where materials are frequently challenged, having a clear policy helps librarians defend selections objectively. So, instead of saying, I chose this book because I like it, a librarian can point to documented criteria and professional standards. So, the article that I found was to add or not to add an examination of self-censoring behaviors among school librarians. The study focus examines self-censoring behaviors among school librarians during collection development. The key findings were that librarians avoided books with sexual content, LGBTQ plus themes, abortion, self-harm, or suicide topics, and librarians without prior challenges were more likely to hesitate to add controversial materials. And anticipated fear and backlash influence purchasing decisions. So why does it matter? Because self-censorship limits student access to diverse perspectives and intellectual freedom. So this 2024 study highlights that censorship in school libraries isn't only happening through formal book challenges. Many librarians are engaging in self-censorship, choosing not to add certain books in the first place due to fear of controversy or backlash. So this has significant implications for equitable access and representation in school collections. So why awareness of bias matters? Well, self-censorship is problematic because it limits student access and reinforces personal bias. So if I avoid selecting a book because it makes me uncomfortable, I'm already allowing my personal values to shape the collection rather than the needs of students. So awareness of bias does not mean eliminating it completely, but it does mean actively reflecting on how it influences decision making. So in Kyle's article, the author discusses the tension between selecting books that are considered high literary quality and books that children actually enjoy reading. So what stood out to me is the reminder that student engagement matters. A collection should not be built solely on awards and professional acclaim. If students are not interested in the materials, they're less likely to read. So this assignment has encouraged me to evaluate my own tendencies and biases more intentionally. So moving forward, I plan to rely on a written collection development policy and professional review sources to guide my decisions. I'll also reflect regularly on whether discomfort is influencing my own choices. Ultimately, ethical librarianship requires ongoing self-examination. By being aware of my biases and committed to intellectual freedom, I can build a collection that supports equitable access and diverse perspectives for all students. Thank you.